Hey guys, what's going on? Steve, I'm back again, and I'm back with another 40k video from a new channel I just found called Imperial Iterator. Now, this is a new channel to me, and it seems like it is a new channel overall, because the oldest video they have is from 3 months ago. So, yeah, looks like a pretty new channel. Now, it's got some pretty interesting topics. What happened with the lost Primarchs, anatomy of a space marine, how humans live in the Tau Empire, new chaos goddess, Tauva, T-A-U''V-A. Interesting, might have to check that one out. Pleasure worlds, the biggest threat to mankind, Gilliman, Tyranids, Necrons, worse than death, fate of prisoners of war. Ooh, now that sounds like a good topic to definitely check out, because I don't think I've really seen anyone ever go over what happens to prisoners of war. I mean, granted, how many races actually take prisoners of war? Obviously, Dark Eldar for, well, reasons. Maybe Tau. Yeah, I don't know. Who else would take prisoners of war? The Imperium for, like, research purposes or interrogation? I don't know, but that's an interesting topic. I might have to check that one out. But the topic for today's video is 5 most terrifying creatures of the Imperium. So, yeah, I always like these terrifying style videos and stuff like that. So it's going to be very cool. So let's check out the video. Here we go.
Let's start with the most common things in the Imperium. The Servitors.
Okay.
They are the ones who clean armor, collect rubbish, go to war in the first ranks without having their own opinions and desires. Servitors can be found everywhere in the Imperium of humanity, and few people remember that they are ordinary humans who have been transformed to follow orders.
They were.
Each servitor is a combination of human and machine, devoid of personality and mind, and possessing a vast array of mechanical implants, such as mechanical skeletons, plasma drills, metal pliers, and other devices. Some servitors are coupled with heavy weapons and serve as defense for their master. Others work as holographic recorders. Interestingly, some servitors are grown in artificial nutrient media from cells with the human genome, while others are created from criminals, heretics, and fugitives from the law who have undergone complete personality erasure and lobotomies and then flesh processing. Becoming a servitor is one of the worst fates that can befall a human being in the 41st millennium.
Oh yeah.
Former sinners who become servitors wear brass rings around their necks, engraved with all their crimes, so that no one forgets who they are dealing with. In reality, a servitor is a serious fighting unit. Not only is he strong thanks to his bionic enhancements and able to take serious damage, but he also lacks the sense of fear and pain, which makes him an indispensable assistant to techno-soldiers and techno-dreads. Servitors also lack intuition. They almost always follow the commands put into their brains by bioprograms. Servitors are often despised, and if not despised, they are treated with indifference, including even by the space marines they serve. Corrupted. To most people in the Imperium, they are simply machines or pieces of equipment. As a rule, people feel antipathy and even hatred towards them, seeing them as a vile perversion of the human spirit and flesh. But there are those who are closely associated with the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Yeah.
They consider servitors to be the embodiment of spiritual unity with Omnitia. In some Space Marine orders, the servitors are revered as biomechanical temples, their words scrutinized in the hope of catching a hint of the prophecy of the machine god. The Inquisition considers such visions to be heresy. You know how multifaceted the Imperium of mankind is, but what can the servitors say? Sometimes, without constant supervision and maintenance, servitors can start to deviate from the program, go into a stupor and mumble incomprehensible words, sometimes remembering bits of the past.
Really?
Some even start to exhibit unusual behavior, but they are quickly corrected to prevent unwanted incidents.
They can malfunction.
And what about the cherubs? They look typical, especially on the battlefield next to a battle sister. They are also servitors, but they are known as Cherubim. They are incapable of independent thought, but are much smarter than normal servitors. They are created mainly for ceremonial purposes and are popular among the rich and powerful as symbols of power. Some use cherubs to demonstrate their spiritual and moral purity. The bodies of cherubs are grown in specialized incubation tanks. Adeptus Biologicus then imbues them with artificial life. This is a complex task requiring the creation of muscles, skeletons, cardiovascular and nervous systems, the last of which is particularly difficult. Cherubim have the most developed nervous system of all servitors, as they are charged with many different tasks.
Pretty terrifying looking.
What about the Nephilim? These are entities created not in incubators, but from ordinary children turned into servitors. The word Nephilim itself translates to half-breed, reflecting a mixture of machine and human. To create a true Nephilim requires a child under the age of 6, as older children can have bone density problems. Such a child is lobotomized, embalmed, stunted in growth with chemicals and thoroughly brainwashed.
Oh, Jesus.
Wings are reinforced on the spine, replacing several vertebrae, and various biotechnical devices are implanted. The procedure is extremely dangerous and often ends in death or transition to a vegetative state.
Really?
This is why there are only 22 registered Nephilim, and almost all of them were customized.
22?
For example,
That's it?
the Duke and Lady Torrington had only one heir, a boy named Tobias, who contracted an incurable nemovirus. With only days to live, the Torringtons decided to create a Nephilim to keep him from dying outright. When they died, the Nephilim inherited their entire fortune, though it was actually run by relatives on his uncle's line. Let's move on to the Assassins, and start with the Eversor clan. The Assassin Temple carefully selects young men for new assassin candidates. The younger the better, for their bodies are not yet fully formed, and can withstand the greatest number of genetic changes. The process of creating an assassin from the Eversor clan involves genetic surgical preparation with the use of a huge amount of drugs. Future assassins undergo endoskeletal reconstruction and hypertrophy of the muscular system, giving them perfect reflexes and the ability to act without rest for long periods of time. In order for the body to withstand overload, a second heart is implanted into it, and the cerebral cortex is enlarged by implanting lobochips, which allows the body to react instantly to threats and feel hatred for the enemies of the Empire.
So they
Adrenaline glands embedded in the spine keep the brain
almost
functioning. As a result, the Imperium has a fanatical and psychopathic killing machine that is constantly drugged and sent on the most dangerous missions. Creating an assassin is a dangerous business, and many neophytes die during operations or from complications afterwards.
Of course they do.
A true assassin of the Eversor clan can be a fully healthy neophyte whose heart, brain and hypertrophied muscular system can maintain the balance of hormones and drugs in the blood.
That's pretty gnarly.
If the balance is disturbed, a chemical reaction occurs that causes the assassin's body to ignite and explode. All Eversor assassins are transported in a cryo chamber using secret ships that are scattered throughout the galaxy. When an assassin receives an assignment, he is uploaded into his brain data about the upcoming operation. In between missions, the assassin remembers absolutely nothing, spending tens or even hundreds of years in the cryo chamber.
Wow.
The Sisters of Battle have terrifying inventions as well. The Arco-flagellant, for example, is a nightmare that awaits condemned heretics. Skinning, rat pits, death masks, and turning criminals into mere servants is not enough for the Inquisition. In the creation of the Arco-flagellant, the heretic is subjected to extensive surgery and a complete mental upgrade that turns him into an uncontrollable berserker. The heretic's body can be fitted with electric whips, hammers, sharp claws, and obligingly, a control helmet equipped with multiple implants linked to the wearer's nervous system and spine. These helmets serve as a guarantee of safety for everyone around them, and keep the Arco-flagellants calm outside of battle by filling their minds with psalms, hymns, and prayers to the Emperor. As soon as the code word is spoken, the madness begins. The helmet shuts down all restraints, turning the wearer into a mad killing machine. The body, reinforced with combat stimulants in huge quantities, ignores pain and injury. Even after receiving multiple wounds, the flagellant continues to fight until the helmet activates the restraints again.
be
These
around
agents
one.
of death are used for the most dangerous and
being on the same
suicidal
side.
attacks, sometimes even being endowed with their own will if authorized by the Inquisitor. These monsters can be found not only with the Inquisitors but also with their agents such as the Sisters of Battle. However, they are most often used by the most ruthless Inquisitors who have no regard for civilian casualties. Among these creatures are their heroes such as Damien 1427, who was an ordinary official on the planet Siluria 4 until he was hit by a rockfall and miraculously survived. He then began to have visions sent to him by the Emperor himself. This led him to later become an iconoclast, and he gathered a heretical mob. However, after he instigated a short-lived rebellion against the world's planetary governor, Tyran Rex, Damien was arrested and the judgment of Arco-flagellation was passed on him.
Oh, was he like the first one?
The Penitent engine is a dreadnought of the Battle Sisters, where the pilot is joined with the machine as a single unit.
Oh yeah.
Operating such a machine is an extremely painful process and is considered atonement for sins.
No
Sinners
armor,
placed
no
in the penance
protection.
machine are selected from those whose crimes are too great for simple murder.
Just out there.
The sinner's body undergoes numerous alterations, including the implantation of bioimplants and other devices to merge with the machine. In the process, the person is literally taken apart and reassembled, removing excess organs and replacing bones and flesh with augmetics. Inside the structure is a steel skeleton. The limbs are covered with artificial flesh, creating the appearance of a real person chained to a machine.
Oh.
The pilot is brainwashed, but the most important thing is that during all these operations, the pilot remains conscious, which makes the procedure extremely cruel. The pilot is not placed inside the machine, he is actually crucified on its facade, becoming an integral part of the penance machine. Penance is a highly complex brain surgery that can last for weeks. It is necessary in order to implant a control helmet and train the pilot to operate the machine. Part of the pilot's brain is preserved so that the machine can operate independently on the battlefield. After all the operations on the body and brain, the Imperium gets another psychopathic maniac whose mind is filled with misery and mental anguish. The more intense the sinner's suffering, the more powerful the Penitent engine. Of course, various stimulants are used to maximize its effectiveness.
Of course.
In a state of battle madness, the machine acts with concentration and deliberation, obsessed with a single
It's kind
thought.
of funny that they still would
The
get
faster
purity
it
seals.
destroys its enemies, the sooner it will be free from constant agony. As you realize, the fate of such a pilot is not the most enviable. The Penitent engine, like all other such devices, is a vivid testament to the brutality and power of the Imperium of mankind.
Oh, okay. We're just ending it right there. Okay. Wow. Really cool video. I will say that I like the video. I just kind of wish it was a little bit more broken up instead of just flowing right into each one. That's my only thing, you know, just going from, you know, Servitors, you know, right into Cherubs and stuff like that. Just kind of put like a little thing now onto Cherubs and now onto this instead of just flowing into one. But yeah, that was really cool. I definitely like this. You know, I like these videos. This video here was actually very good. Yeah, learning about Cherubs, that was pretty messed up. That was very disturbing. I didn't know they really lobotomized the children. The assassins, yeah, definitely knew about them. Kind of surprised like how much changes they go through. I mean, pretty much basically almost like a space marine, you know, minus the drugs and minus, you know, the gene seed and all the other you know, anatomy and stuff they get. But I mean, you know, kind of up there, not gonna lie. This picture here was pretty badass, not gonna lie. That's pretty gruesome. Yeah, the flagellants, those are messed up. Like, I don't want to be around those. Even though we're on the same side, fighting on the same side. No. I mean, still, It's a pretty much a machine. Machines can malfunction. Nah, I'm good. I don't want that thing, malfunctioning near me and all of a sudden it's flailing its arms all over the place and just running who knows where. It's like, nope, that enemy's that way. What the hell is happening? Nope, nope, nope. I'll stay over there. They can stay over here. Stay as far away from them as possible. But yeah, those things are pretty intense, pretty brutal. I believe they perform the operations, once again, while the person is still alive and conscious. And if they, go unconscious, they just kind of like, oh, okay, we'll wait until you regain consciousness and then continue. Yeah, but I didn't know about this guy here.
Until he was hit by a rockfall, who have no regard for civilian casualties. Among these creatures are their heroes, such as Damien 1427.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one before. I'll have to see if there's a video on it. Like, what's his story? I didn't know it was heroes of the flagellants. That's kind of interesting. I kind of thought maybe he was like the first one, to get this procedure. And then, of course, Penitent engines. That's... Yeesh. Yeah, he got nothing, no armor, no nothing. You're strapped to the front of it. The only protection you kind of hopefully have is from the Emperor. Hopefully he does give you some protection. Probably not, but that's the only protection you're gonna get. Yeah, it's pretty disturbing. Like I said, it's kind of actually very interesting that, I don't know if it's true or not, or if this is just all fan art stuff, that they would get purity seals. I mean, I guess, you still, yes, you're a sinner, a criminal, a heretic, but you're fighting on the Imperium, and you can still do heroic deeds and still get, commended for those heroic deeds, I guess. I don't know, it just seems kind of interesting that, like, a heretic or a sinner would get a purity seal. But I don't know if this is just, someone doing fan art and stuff like that, and, here's some more purity seals and stuff like that. If this is just a fan art thing, or if this is actual lore that, like, Penitent engines and flagellants and stuff can get actual purity seals. I guess deeds are deeds, you're still, yeah, you're being punished, but you're still fighting for the Imperium, and, I guess still get recognized for what you did. I don't know. But either way, that's, yeah, that is some, pretty dark and, yeah, I just want to, I would just want to die. I wouldn't want to be any of these things at all. Space Marine. Even then, becoming a Space Marine is still, not an easy feat either. Jesus. There's really nothing to want to be in 40k. And what, work in a hive city? Yeah, good luck with that. Want to be one of these? Yeah, no thanks. Being a, being a Space Marine, you're still going through serious changes and stuff like that. And even still, might not even survive. Guardsmen. Yeah, no one cares about you. I guess an Inquisitor. That'd be kind of cool to be an Inquisitor at least. Yeah, you'd have ultimate power and stuff like that. Could probably learn all the secrets and stuff like that, which actually, that would probably be my thing, is to find, if I was ever an Inquisitor, I just want to learn, like, all the secrets. I'd probably go and find out, like, who are the Lost Primarchs? What happened to them? I'm an Inquisitor. I can find out whatever I want. Who's going to stop me? What's in what do they call it? The black cells, the black prison. You know, underneath Terra, there's supposedly this giant prison full of things. Don't really know what's down there. I guess there's like a couple of like prisoners, like Prisoner 11 or something, something like that. Yeah, there's supposedly just a whole bunch of items, relics, weapons, creatures. Isn't like allegedly, I think, like the biggest Nurgle creature is supposedly locked away down there or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I'd definitely go if I was Inquisitor. I'd be like, yeah, time to learn all the Imperium secrets. That's definitely what I would do. I would love to find out all that stuff. Yeah, I'd want to be an Inquisitor. That'd be cool. All right, so anyways, there we go. There is the video. 5 most terrifying creatures of the Imperium. And yes, they are pretty terrifying and horrific and disturbing. But yeah, this was one cool video. I'm definitely going to have to check out more of these videos here because they are pretty interesting. Like I said, what happened with the Lost Primarchs, always a sucker for that one there. But I'm interested about this new Chaos Goddess, Tauva? I don't know. A new Chaos Goddess? Would they really do 5 Chaos Gods? I don't know. It seems like it'd be too much. And then what's that Chaos God going to even be about? You know, you got one about disease. You got one about change. You got one about, you know, blood and fighting and gore and skulls and stuff like that. And you got one about, you know, senses and pleasure and stuff like that. So what would you have a 5th Chaos God for? I mean, you did have one for a while, Malal, but I guess he wasn't considered one of the major Chaos Gods. He was like a lesser Chaos God, I think, until they, you know, lost the rights to that. I don't know. That'd be pretty interesting. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to check out more of these videos. So anyways, on that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. That'd be awesome. Remember, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. Links in the description box below. And of course, leave me all your thoughts and comments. What do you guys think about the video? What do you guys think about these terrifying creatures and stuff like that? If you were in the 40k universe, what would you want to be? Would you want to be a Space Marine and try to go through the whole process of becoming a Space Marine and, you know, having all those surgeries and implants and all that stuff? Would you want to just take your chances and work in a factory? Would you want to just be a guardsman? You know, I don't know. Let me know. And yeah, other than that, yeah, just stick around. More videos are on the way, and I will see you guys next time.